we got position players Ethan Lizama and Austin Holler. We'll just jump into questions. Cole, you want to start us off?
Sure. Both of you guys coming back for another year here at WKU. Kind of what factored into that, and what kind of culture that is here under Coach Reardon that you're excited about to play in the field?
Okay. Yeah. So obviously, coming in last year from both of us from junior colleges, kind of didn't really know what to expect at the Division I level, but came in here, had a good year. We just liked the environment that we had around us with the coaches, the players, the community around us too, and I think that's kind of what brought us back here was that culture aspect that Coach always talks about, and the community around us. I think that really helps us on and off the field.
Ethan, you're a preseason all-conference player. Just wondering how you feel about that. I mean, obviously it's exciting, or I guess it's nice to get that recognition. Do you put extra pressure on yourself? Do you worry about that at all?
I mean, it's really nice to be recognized like that. Preseason just means that they saw I had a good year last year, and just hoping to carry it on to this year and help my team with whatever I can do.
Coming off the conference tournament last year, what kind of things are you taking into this year to get over that hump like Coach was talking about?
Yeah, we had a good stretch that Jack talked about, like the Dallas Baptist series, a win against Louisville, and I think towards the end of the year we might have just gotten a little tired, a little burned out, and didn't really show up like we wanted to for the tournament. And I think just having a good group of guys from last year come back and have that experience from the tournament last year, I think that can help us get us over the hump for this year.
Ethan, through last season, I believe you were second in batting average, first in home runs, and total bases. So, what does that step up for you look like that into this season?
I mean, this season's we're starting off from scratch. We have a lot of good guys, so it allows us to have some depth and allows all of our position players and pitchers to not get complacent all year. So we're all Coach likes to talk about just competing for a job every single day. That's what I hope to do all year, and along with my teammates.
Would you say that you're a power hitter, or you just hit for power? What's your approach at the plate?
I mean, at the plate, I just try to get my barrel to the ball. I mean, being labeled a power hitter would be nice, but I think sometimes I just hit for power, sometimes I could hit for average. So it's right there in the middle, I feel like.
Last year conference-wise, you all were 7th in the conference when it came to batting average. So also, how do you all improve that, and what does that look like for you?
Yeah, I think Coach did a great job of bringing in guys to add depth to our lineup and to strengthen it as well. And our hitting coaches preach our approach at the plate, and I think sometimes last year we got away from doing that. So I think this year, as long as we can stick to our approach as a team, as hitters, we're not all the same. Even though Ethan and I are both hit left-handed, our swings are not the same. And so as long as we can stick to an approach that works for each of us individually as a hitter, then as a team we can be successful.
Just as a team, do you guys have sort of a general philosophy or approach to offense and what you want to accomplish, other than scoring runs, obviously?
Yeah, Coach Fournier, he talks to us about our approaches during specific counts. If we're ahead in the count, 1-0, 2-0 counts, we're looking for something that we can do damage with. And if we're behind in the count, 2-strike counts, we're looking to spoil anything that we're trying to spoil the pitcher's pitch, so that way he can make a mistake and we can get our pitch and do damage with that.
Player-wise, we talk about the field house, the big one being redone, you all having to walk back and forth between the field arena, receiving the hallways all the time. What's that been like, having to navigate, that constant travel back and forth between the stadium and here?
I mean, obviously last year it was really nice that we had our clubhouse and our indoor facility right behind us, but I mean, it's just what it is right now. The facility that they're building looks like it's going to be really nice, and it's going to be cool when it's finally done.
Ethan, for you, Coach was talking about how you might be a little banged up right now, but he talked about the chemistry of this group. Can you kind of sum that up in your words?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of guys like on the team can play many different positions. Like we got a few guys that can play catcher, first base. Some of them play first base and outfield. I mean, there's just a lot of spots that can be filled by another guy if someone's injured or like they're not doing what they need to be doing at that time. So it goes back to what I was saying about the depth that we have and allowing all of us to not become complacent from what we already done the last day, but just to every day is a new day that you're competing for something.
Austin, if I did my math right, I think you all are at home for 20 out of the first 22 games. Does that offer you all any sort of advantage in your mind, or what's it like? What do you feel like knowing that you're home, for a good, first month of the season?
Yeah, it's nice to have a lot of home games, play at home. Like we know our field better than anyone else does, and I think that gives us maybe a slight advantage. And traveling as well can be tough at times, like having to have a long bus ride in here, then having to practice that night, and then turning around for the weekend. But I think it does give us an advantage to know our own field at home, and yeah, I like playing games here, so yeah, it'll be nice.
Anything else, these guys?